Greetings all, Jen Weebush here, Hannah Perry. We're back with some more yoga for you. The last couple of times we did more flow. So just as a clarification, the yoga the style that we are using is a Hatha Vinyasa. Hatha meaning breath and Vinyasa meaning flow. So today, I'd like to spend more time on what we call restorative yoga, where you focus a little deeper on just some slower, more controlled stretching in certain areas. We're going to use a few props here, which if you enjoy this, you can use a couch cushion, a larger pillow that's maybe about 4 or 5 inches high, and you'll see how we're going to use that in a while. But anyway, thanks for joining us. And we're going to start with our warm-up and with our little bit of flow. So we'll just, there you go, Hannah, we'll face. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive, reaching out all the way down, head down. Now remember, you must have some contact here, so whether it's on the shins, whether you use a block, or whether you can reach the floor. First couple are always a little bit tight, so we want to take all the pressure out of the shoulders and the neck. So just hold that forward fold for a couple of breaths. If it feels good, maybe walk the heels right, left just a little bit. Move the hips side to side just to kind of feel how things are settling in this today already. Then inhale, lift your chest halfway up to your monkey pose. Eyes can be up on this. If your neck is not quite ready, you can keep it down. Take a breath and chair pose, holding here. Inhale. Again, reach out, lead with the chest. Start bracing the core muscles all the way down, forward fold. Try to keep the heels lined up with the backside. If you can feel that, usually we're rocking a little more forward on this. Inhale to monkey. Exhale, chair. Starting to feel a little bit more warmth in the shoulders, in the hips, joints, connective tissue coming down, forward fold once again. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, chair pose, and very light as we begin our warm-up here, and release. Let's face, we'll face the front here, feet apart, a little wider, little sunflower as we continue on with our warm-up. Inhale, exhale, just light, guys. Today is a little shorter time because I want you to be able to know that you can really dig into some of these tight spots with some stretching. And you don't have to spend a long time, but you can focus on some of these areas. Keep your breathing. We'll focus on our hip, the hip flexors, so as in the front and glutes and back as well. And one more. Now let's move into Sun God. Palms are up, knees are bent, sitting down. Now everybody has, Hannah, just kind of stay there. Everyone has, we have a curve in our back. So don't try to take that curve out and put your backside underneath. Just let your back go where it does in this. So let's sink it down just a little bit and then slightly lift, maybe come out of it. You want to wiggle your toes a bit so that you can feel balance on the feet. A couple of breaths. And rise up, arms down. Now let's turn the toes a little forward. Brace your middle, reaching up. And then exhale, dig in here. Slowly come forward. You can support yourself or keep the arms out to the side, all the way down. Options, hands on the block. I'm going to have Hannah take a hold of the heels and bring her body closer to the thighs. Another option is to bring the hands back through the legs and head down. Nice beginning stretch here. Work where you need to, guys. Then carefully bend the knees, support yourself, come up, and a little shoulder roll and release. Good work. So we feel a little more warmed up there. So we're going to go right to the floor, and let's take your bolster, is what we call these, or your pillow, cushion, and we'll set it in the middle of your mat. You're going to sit on your bolster. So we're just going to sit where everything feels, like you're centered. And then you're going to roll back. You're going to roll back to where your backside is on the bolster. Legs, if it feels good, are straighter. And you're going to notice a wonderful stretch through the hip flexors, the psoas area, also your back. You're supported, so you can really allow yourself to relax and stretch. Like I said, if it feels good, we're just going to remain here for a while, guys, to let this front of the body open up. Inhale, exhale. So I'm going to come on up and chat with you for a minute about this. Our bodies are a survival mechanism. I think you've probably maybe found that through the years in your own experience, especially what we've been going through in our world right now. We're always guarded in some ways. We are trying to protect ourselves. We're trying to protect our families. So we carry a lot of our stress, or that fight or flight, that I need to be ready to react, in the hip flexor or the psoas area, which is right here in the front. We're very, that's where we carry it all in our inner person. So we're not designed to live in that fight or flight. We're designed to be able to only have an emergency and be able to react quickly, but to be able to be calm and have some peace and tranquility as well. So by opening this part up, I've found in my research in yoga practice that by opening this part up and stretching in the front, it helps us to let go of some of that stress and tension in a real big way. Very healing. I found myself having a little emotional reaction at times, just being like this, maybe a few tears, maybe just a welling up of laughter or joy. Everyone's different on how they let go of tension and stress in their bodies. But just a simple movement. And we want to sit here for 30 seconds to a minute. Sounds like a long time. Several breaths on your own. So from here, to stretch the hip flexor a little deeper and to stretch the glutes, Hannah's going to take the right knee and pull it in. Now you can hold on there. I'm going to use a strap, or you can hold on to the shin area there. So she's going to pull straight in like that, and she's stretching the opposite leg on the hip and the glutes on that bent knee side. So we're here and really lengthening. Should feel great. So take several breaths, guys. And your eyes can be closed. You can have some nice music on if that feels, great, because you've set up your wonderful space for your practice. You can back off with the knee. Inhale, exhale, and take it a little bit deeper. trying to let go of any stress and tension in the upper body as you work on these. Let's release. Set that side down. Bring the other side in. Strap if you like, or holding on. And bring it in. Nice long stretch here. Now if you can't move your heel to the floor because it's a little bit too much on your back, feel free to keep the knee bent, guys. There's a lot of freedom in these as we begin. Several breaths, softening the facial muscles, softening the shoulders and the neck. Just relax the feet. And feel that freedom here through the hips. Let's release, come back just to the open position here. Take the palms up if you can, and just let the shoulders release and open. A lot of our problems with our back issues is tight pectoralis. Tight muscles in the front can really cause some problems in the back of the body. So it makes sense to open this up and just let go. Again, like I said, bend the knees. That feels better. Let's take 2 more breaths here, guys. Just easing and releasing. And let go and release. Now, we'll scoot out from the bolster or the pillow. Scoot that out just a little bit. Come on up. We're going to change it. We're going to take it long ways on your mat. Again, another chance to stretch your back. Great. So place it on the middle of your mat. Then you're going to come back into it with your back side close to the edge here. And we're going to roll back. You want your neck and head supported. So make sure the edge of the pillow or the cushion is right there supporting. Now, you can have the straighter legs if that feels good. Let the arms go. My back's a teeny bit tight, too much yard work. So I'm going to leave my knees up, but boy, after a few breaths, just feels good. And you know, if you're like me, I like to be very active. So does Hannah. We're active, 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 and to slow down and to really minimize the movement and the action and the drive and the push is tough for us. So there's a little bit of surrender going on inside. Let go. Let the stretch happen. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself accept the quiet and the peacefulness. And know that you're helping your body heal from any of the extra struggle that you carry, the weight of some of the things that we carry. Know that you're allowing yourself to heal and to feel what it feels like to be free from a lot of that tension and strain. This is what we're trying to give you today. So take several more breaths just on your own. I'm not doing a lot of talking about your stomach muscles because I don't want you to feel like you've got to be tense. If you relax your stomach muscles, let them relax today in this part. You want to move through it a little bit with your knees, feel free to do that. Like I said earlier, if you have some music that you enjoy, maybe you're listening to a book that's inspiring to you, maybe put that on while you're spending time in your stretching. And then from here, we'll slowly come off, maybe roll to the side and come on up to a sitting. I'd like to try one more for the glutes and the back. And you can keep your pad long. It's a version of pigeon, which is a great glute stretch. So I will slide around this way. And now you can face me. So we go. We're going to try to take one side on the pillow or the cushion and just sort of lean into it. Let the other leg go. And this will be, again, kind of an individual. So you've got the bent knee side, and you can hold right here if that's quite a stretch for the glutes, or if you can, come on down and come off the arms and stretch all the way down. There you go. You can take it a little deeper. Can you feel that? So that's by elevating rather than just being on the mat. It's a wonderful stretch. You've got support, and then she has no tension on her neck by holding everything up like this. So you can do that. We can work towards it. You can also use the block, which works. You know, I have no tension here, but I'm focusing on stretching out in the glutes. Another tight spot. Hold that for several breaths. You just kind of have to find your own position here. But this is kind of a nice little tool to use. Go ahead and come on up, Hannah, and then switch sides, however you want to do that. And you'll have to kind of figure out your position here as you go. Using your block, rest in the arms, or here. So we'll hold that also for several breaths. So we have a lot of variety of things that we can share with you to give you some relief from daily stiffness and soreness. Maybe you have a little injury that's going on that you need some relief, and stretching does make a big difference on that. So from here, we're just going to leave you with this today and pick it up next week for something a little bit more active for your flow. But I wanted to give you some of these ideas here for some stretching. Don't be afraid to take your time and slow down. It's very, very beneficial to just let yourself heal from the tension that sometimes we don't even realize how much tension we carry in our bodies. You probably agree with me on that. So thank you for checking in with us. We will be back